Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week so far, and welcome to this new video and this daily update on the Onyxcoin or XCN. And I wanted to start off this video with some good news and some bad news. I do that more often in videos, and usually the good news is good news for you and bad news for me. So that's good news in itself. But the good news is that we broke out. Yesterday we talked about this. Yesterday what I said is that, all right, well, price is consolidating right now between 3.2 cents right here, where you also have the value area high, beautiful drawing, and then the bottom right here around 2.7, 2.6 cents. And what I said yesterday is that, you know, I'm actually quite interested in buying XCN because of the news that we have coming up at the beginning of February. And because I actually felt like we had a chance to break out of this range, and that's what we did, and that's where the bad news comes in. I was away during the time that it broke out, so I did not catch the retest, which it was beautiful, right? I mean, you have the value area high right here at the blue line, and just in general, the main resistance level we had to break was 3.2 cents, 3.2 cents, broke above that with volume. By the way, the volume has increased for Onyxcoin quite a bit as well, so that's extremely bullish, 78%. But yesterday you could have already seen, I mean, the volume already had some bumps up. Broke out, took the retest twice, even we dropped down into 3.3 cents, and since then we've reached our price target at 4 cents. So the good news is the prediction yesterday was 100% accurate. And for those of you who watched it, you would have been prepared for the move. The bad news is I did not get in. Now, is that the end of the world? No. I mean, yesterday the markets and this week in general, the markets have been good to me as well. So it doesn't really matter. But it's still, it would have been like a 20% move. So it was pretty good. So let's talk about Onyxcoin right now. So obviously we still have a couple of days before we actually get that news. Now, the main thing you should know, I think it's next week. The main thing you should know with big news events and news releases like that is that you usually get bullish momentum before that, kind of buy the rumor, buy the announcement, and sell the news. And then usually the sell the news effect, basically the dumping of the price ahead of the news, usually happens a couple of days before. So I would say purely fundamentally, we still have a couple of days of bullish momentum left here. But the main question for me is not the fundamentals. I don't think we need to worry too much about that for now. The main question for me is 4 cents, all right? That was the main price target, and that's the main price target for a reason. It's a strong level, all right? It was quite well respected as well, as you can see right here in the weekend, both as resistance, but also as support. And it's kind of the area, right? So it's between like 4.1 and 4.3 cents. But that's the main level I think we need to keep an eye on, and that's the main level we need to talk about in the sense that, can we actually break above that, yes or no? And obviously a lot of people are going to have different opinions on that. For now, I do think it's most likely will break out. The volume is still increasing right now. It's about $800 million. It's up 79%. The community is still very bullish. Like I said, fundamentally, we still have that room ahead of the news next week to push up higher. And the chart, I mean, if you take a look at this chart and we delete some drawings from there, this is just a bullish chart, all right? You can see we respected the trend band very much. We had a small period of cool down. That's great as well. So I would say it's most likely that we will actually move up here and that we can move into that level between 5 and 5.4 cents. The thing is that if you're not in, like if you did not buy yesterday or before that, I would not buy, because we're basically at resistance, right? So if you buy right now, you're buying into the resistance level, which is normally not a good option. It's much better to wait for the breakout to actually happen and then buy afterwards. So yes, you're buying at a higher price, but then you can just use a relatively tight stop loss, limit your risk. Well, the risk right now is that we drop down all the way to 3.2 cents again, which is quite a bit risk to take for the potential reward that's out there. So yeah, short term, what I would say, like I said, to go into detail a bit more, maybe a bit more resistance, pullback. Ultimately, I do still think we'll break out, but I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.